Highlights which scene I'm on, so like I can be like, oh, I'm on my starting soon live.
Yeah, no, I got mine all bound to my. Hello, 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 other internet land. Yes, I got the mic working again. I think we're good to go. If I need to adjust any sounds, let me know. But yeah, anyway, PM Germs back in the Mass Effect, the Harvest. Well, maybe not.
Or the Citadel.
Or the Citadel.
Citadel. We last left off where you guys were given basically shore leave after confronted the Doctor, the evil Doctor Evil. I don't think I ever gave him. I think I just called him the Doctor. And you returned or escorted Kyron, the Asari Spectre, back to the Citadel so she could report to Spectre HQ. You guys kind of just wandered around the Citadel and bought some new items, looking for some side jobs. I know you were talking to Andromeda, Get your bonus
Drop
for
it at
that.
initiative,
John,
yep.
I forgot. I think you just went dancing. I think you just went clubbing.
I was looking for.
Oh no, you were looking for bounties.
Yes, I was looking for bounties.
Yeah, you gathered a little
Your
bit of information on a couple of bounties.
Yeah.
Jared, you went and talked to a junk dealer.
Yeah, it's
trying to learn to create a hover pack or jetpack
like
or something
like
like
a
that.
personal transport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you settled on a
I forgot where
jetpack.
you. Try something. Michael, I believe he went. So, you guys were told basically to hang out on the Citadel until you were to meet with the informant that would be giving you your next assignment from the creator. He was going to be waiting for you in the.
By the way, Micah is with us. Will be soon.
In spirit.
In spirit. He'll be over Discord here.
There was an accident.
Yeah.
He is in. I'll say the Tesseri.
The play in the Quasar.
He's in the hole. I can't keep playing.
I have to win.
I couldn't win back the 4,000 credits I lost.
You're not down until you quit. So yeah, you guys are basically. We ended the evening before you're to meet with the informant. You guys can either head back to the ship to rest. You guys can go to a hotel, have like a little bit more of a luxurious evening. I'll give you guys free reign for that. Morning, you guys will meet with this guy, and your next.
Did I get any anywhere with that bounty I was trying to track?
You give me a couple of investigation. Give me 2 investigation.
Whopping 0. So there's crit rolls. Natural 20
Natural 20.
and a natural 19.
Okay. So
Thank you.
how many picked up what 2 bounties?
I think
Just
so.
one.
I think it was just there was a list.
Okay. So you got pretty solid information on one. One of them is holed up in a gang's stronghold.
Okay.
First
Um,
down.
No, it's like I would say it's more like a low level bike. They're not like big badasses. They're more like some street thugs.
Blue collar thugs.
Yeah. But they're holed up in this little their headquarters. Wouldn't be impossible to either stalk them out, wait for them to try and come out, or you're just breaking in with put your whole team effort into try to grab them out. The other one got a couple of places where they could be. It's just going to require a little bit more. Just a little more effort trying to figure out which one that they're. You have 2 locations that the second person could, but you know for sure where one of them.
I guess I'll wait out the first.
Okay. You want to actively do a stakeout?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I got my Hawk missile launcher. I've got my shotgun. No. I don't have my weapons with me, do I?
no, you
No.
surrendered them to CSEC.
Do I still have my Hawk missile launcher installed on my armor?
No.
Shit. all right. Well, it's what. Hey, I got Blood Rage. I'm a Krogan. We're good in hand-to-hand combat. So.
Drugs.
And, okay. I do have those.
So you
Arm wrestle.
you come across this. Find where their little hideout is, and it's basically just like an abandoned. Find in yet another rundown building across the street from it. Break in, make your way up to getting a better vantage. You're just kind of sitting there waiting. You don't see a whole lot of movement. You see out front, there's 2 thugs standing out by the front gate, or the front door. They have little speeder bikes, kind of hanging around. Hear the sounds of Varen wrestling, fighting inside. You don't really see a whole lot of movement. Try to look around from your point of view. You don't see any more entrances or exits. Assume that if There is another way in. It's well hidden.
Okay.
But there's one. It's like a large gate, larger fit like a vehicle through, and then a smaller like person-sized door.
Like a garage.
Pretty much. But there's like a small little courtyard. Like you have like I don't have a map.
But
So you have the big door for the vehicle, a little courtyard, and then it like works into like a building. And it's all surrounded by like a both really industrial, grimy.
okay. I'll just have a crate with a cup of coffee. Then I'll sit on this crate, look out the window, wait for my target to appear.
Okay. I'll go to minor. You're basically on your time for the moment. Evening before meeting up with.
Really much time. I just go hang out at hit up a little bar or something.
Just hanging out. You trying to peruse.
Get
for
a little
information?
bit of civilization before I'm
Just-
back
just-
on a ship. You know.
Enjoying the life. Do you want to go like an upscale bar? Do you want to go to a rundown somewhere in the middle?
Probably
Shrek
more
rave.
either middle or upscale. Like
So like a Jumbo's.
yeah.
Like a Jumbo's. Get a good olive burger. Rip.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm gonna be stuck on a ship for a while. There's not gonna be much civilization there, and we tend to deal with more low life thugs. So let's get some mid upper class experience in.
I want to dress up to.
Right.
See,
He throws on the generic Asari dress.
I say, do you like put on anything nice? Do you kind of just put on pajama clothes?
Nah, she probably something a little more nice.
Something
but,
nice.
you know.
All right. You find a nice bar, some nice bumping music. I have.
Wow.
Afterlife. So you go out, have a couple of drinks, start dancing to some music. You have a couple of people approach you. Hey girl, how you doing? Somebody to dance with? Kind of brush them
She's
off.
probably not dancing. She's probably not going out to dance. She might dance for like one or two songs. Just not have dance. Or just one thing.
You
Get the atmosphere.
brush off the creeps, kind of give Trey like an aura of leave me alone-ish, and you just kind of enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy your drink.
Much.
Sure.
Get a little bit of civilization.
Amplifying your shield to actually be
Yeah,
a
get
physical
rid of the
blow.
biotic barrier.
Yeah. I'll be burning the candle double time.
Okay, give me.
Werewolf piece of.
I'll say give me electronics check. Give me electronics check.
Kicker, so 17.5. 2, 6 and a 5, so 11, 22, and 8.
11:22. You spend the night. Make pretty good progress making this device, but you're missing a very critical component. It's
Shoulder straps.
Turn it down. Just gone. No, it's basically like a fuel manifold. Like you have all the components, you're missing this one manifold that'll distribute the fuel to the jets. So it's not fully functional. You have to find this manifold. It's both hard to find, especially one of this particular size. So you're gonna have to look for like specific there's hover cars, but there's also like hover armored transports, and one of those transports should have the fuel manifold.
Okay.
They're trickier to find. Your best bet would be to go to like a planet that has been like has had conflict, salvaging it off of one of those. Otherwise, they're gonna be quite expensive to buy.
Okay.
Might get lucky. You never know what quarry you might run into that could have one in their inventory. Quarries are junk dealer, scavenger. You could run that.
Almost always looking for parts for migrant. Organs are the ones that got kicked off their home world by their AI that they made.
Ships.
Nobody really wants them, so they
They're
just
like AIs on
Alright, we'll go to Micah. Okay, good job, Micah.
Okay, good job.
Jesse? Basically, I have opponents. Alright, we'll fast forward. John, you see that there was one significant thing that you noticed. There was a big like cargo truck that came in. They did a pretty thorough inspection on it when it approached the gate, but they ultimately let it. And looks like they've just been sitting there on they don't have any like, heavy equipment, so it's literally like dudes, a bucket brigade, some indescript pocket.
Okay.
You don't see any. There's probably you've seen I would say about a dozen people in this compound, but like all of the windows are blacked out, blocked, warm. They're definitely doing illegal stuff. They're trying to hide.
Okay.
It's not totally discreet. Kind of obvious that something shady's going on.
But I don't see my target.
You haven't seen your target yet. I'll say your Omni tool has some kind of device that allows you.
No. I'm going to.
He's gotta hold it up.
What are their bikes are from, right? I'm gonna get on one. I'm gonna start revving it really loud.
Give me an intimidation check. You like? Do you want to like stealthily come up to this thing, or do you kind of want to make a? Obviously, you're making a racket. Wanna,
I'm just walking.
okay. You kind of you saunter up, kick your leg over the seat, and then you find the little kickstart. In one start, you get it going, and you're like, rev it up pretty good, and you see the two guards that were standing by the gate come out from inside the compound. They're both wielding like clubs of some sort. Like they're not armed, but they're not have melee weapons. One of them's like waving it over, says, "Take it off the bike, like out of here." And he starts approaching you.
Once they come outside, I'll get off the bike. Say, hey. I'll just say, we'll say my target's name is Bragus.
Okay.
No, Bragus. I'm here for my money. He'll know what I'm talking. He'll know what that means.
I don't know no brackets. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to attempt.
Well, see if you roll. Okay, so if you roll a 1, do you fix it?
No, I figure I'd probably fuck it up. I rolled a 1.
You get this notion in your head, like I'm gonna set this bike in gear and like lock the throttle, and it'll just run into a wall.
Yeah.
but you like slip the clutch and it just stalls out, and then falls to the ground.
Tell Brock I'll do that to him if he doesn't get out of here.
All of them.
Just get out of here, man. Like, we ain't got time for you. And they kind of start to turn to walk away from you.
I'll tackle one of them.
All right. Give me an attack roll. Or grapple? No. Give me a strength check.
I'll start anything and finish it.
Bring the melee attack.
Yeah.
It's gonna 18.
All right. You like knock this guy to the ground, and let's see if he holds on to his bat. Whoop, whoop. He rolled a 2. His bat goes tumbling away from him, out of his reach. Roll D8 of damage.
So can I use my head plate?
Yeah, you can headbutt him. You can do it whatever your head plate does in damage.
Should we be playing the Benny Hill theme?
D6.
Like I should be playing like ragtime saloon music.
5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
I'll say a headbutt him in like the lower back.
He's seeing stars right now. But his other friend, like who stayed at the door, starts to approach you. He also was moving up.
Okay. I'll just let him approach me.
You're sitting there like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll tell him you must be this tall to ride the ramrod.
This Batarian, you know what? I'm gonna make him a fortune. Okay, no. Eh, fuck it. They're criminals. Who cares?
He snuck aboard.
This little creepy Vorcha. He approaches and swings you with his bat.
Okay.
He lands a 4. He misses.
Okay. And my AC is 17.
So unless you have a 5 AC, he hits you. Yeah, he swings at you. You literally just kind of like take your forearm and just like knock it away.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of his. Wham! Just headbutt him too. At 20.
He high or low, John?
Hi.
Actually, no. He rolled a 1. He's knocked out.
Yes! Haha!
He kind of just like crumbles to the ground. You're holding him by like this little cross chain by his collar, and you just kind of drop it down. Or pick up his bat.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
gonna pick up his bat. And
You
does he
get
have a set of keys?
you rumble around. You find like a key card.
Okay, I'll take that.
His bat gives you +2 to attack. Has 2 clear reach and does 1d6 bludgeoning.
Okay, so the same as my head plate. Okay.
So
Your head plate has a 2.
Well, it's melee.
if you dive, like do like a running jump.
Okay. Alright. I will walk into the... I'll walk into the place.
Alright. They left the door like ajar. Just kind of swing it open, and you see a couple of like malnourished Solarians, in effectively rags, just offloading the cargo off this truck. And they kind of like look up at you, and they just kind of go back to doing their business.
You guys want a cup of freedom, and I'll just open the door.
They actually look kind of skittish. Give me a perception check.
It's gonna be 14.
You notice a blinking. You notice a collar with a blinking red light.
Okay. I was like, oh, okay.
Almost got you.
You guys chill out.
You passed the test.
Yeah, you guys chill out. I'll be back.
So yeah, they just kind of dumbly go back to their task. So in front of you, you're in this courtyard. See, it's basically like a loading dock. There's another like, rolled up garage door. Darkness. Guys are loading oxygen. And another entry door to the side of it to get in.
I'll take the entry door.
Okay. Are you going full out or a little quiet?
Not like shouting my presence, but I'm not hiding either.
You open the door kind of calmly, and you give your eyes a second to adjust. It's kind of dark and really not. They're cheaping it out on keeping the electric bill. But you see and you smell what's clearly some kind of like drug operating.
Okay.
Like it smells acidic, like caustic to your nose. Like it smells like home. You know, it smells like what's Tajanka, like almost like nuclear fallout.
I love the smell of post-nuclear vapors in the morning.
So you automatically assume that there's some kind of hazard.
Okay.
Might be able to use. Okay, so you see a Batarian all but wielding a whip, kind of shouting at these auxiliary. They're manning like different chemistry stations, like boiling some things, like just distilling certain liquids into collection bottles and stuff like that, like mass bottling up.
I'll go up to the guy and I'll be like, hey, somebody knocked out your guards.
Oh God. Give me. How smart is this? Roll the 4.
I got a 5 on my intimidation, so.
Damn it! Fall asleep on the job again.
Well, I didn't say fall asleep.
They do this all the time. They get really tired and fall asleep. And he starts to walk away, and he like stops in his tracks, turns around, and he goes like, "If any of you frog faces step out of line," and he pulls out like a detonator. Like, "I'll push this button, I swear it."
Oh, that's what I was looking for. And as soon as he pulls it out, I'm gonna crack him across the face.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
That's going to be a 16.
That's the hit. Roll damage.
Stick with the head plate. Only 5.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. He's not a gun. But he is taken aback. You want to like try to grapple him to wrestle out the detonator?
Yeah.
All right, give me another strength check to grapple. I'll give you
Nat 20.
All right, I was gonna give you advantage, but you don't fucking need it. You do like that cool thing where you grab like his forearm and you bring your other arm up and you break his arm at the
Hell
elbow.
yeah.
And the detonator flops out and you just definitely go boink, grab it midair.
I'm gonna hand it to one of the Solarians. Hold this for me, would you?
He is screaming, and you start to hear like some commotion coming from further inside the compound.
Okay.
And the Solarians are kind of like,
I hand one of them the detonator.
yeah, they kind of just like, I guess let's go, and they all start to boogie. And there's about 8 of them that just funnel out of the area.
Sweet.
Yeah. So now you're. I'll say give me a perception check and see if you can figure out how many people are coming in.
15.
You hear like at least 4 distinct sets of footprint.
Okay. Does this guy have a firearm on him at all?
He does not. He had like
that whip.
He had like a cattle prod stun baton.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
So he pulled that off of his like belt. Fucking sitting with a bat and a stun baton.
I'm gonna keep the stun baton. The bats. I'll just throw the bat off into the darkness.
Okay. 2 meter reach, man.
I got 2 meter reach.
The stun baton does the same damage as the bat, but it has a chance to like act.
Okay, cool.
So,
Direct them.
Direct upgrade.
You
More green arrows on this one. Up
Yeah.
arrows at the down. Red arrows.
you see a Turian like round the corner, like he's not running, but he's like walking quickly, and he sees you and he kind of.
Because I'm new here and I got just. I'm gonna channel prod the shit on the guy. That's
First day.
Yeah, first day.
Where's orientation at?
Channel prod the shit on this guy.
All right, roll what's that?
I'm in charge.
17. And a D6.
Where's
you
my
said?
401k?
6 plus, like, what? Strength?
Yeah,
5.
and then roll a roll a anything that like has a 50% chance.
Did he have a
Roll D20.
con save?
Yeah, have him do a.
Oh, con save?
Yeah, have him do a con save, like DC 12. What how does that sound?
You rolled a 12.
Okay, so he's not stunned, but he took another 5. First day.
Where's the bathrooms?
You definitely smell the scent of burning like exoskeleton, but he's still on his feet, and he's gonna rear up and attack you with his club. That
Okay.
or he misses. Swings wide, a little stunned by the stun.
Okay.
You see another Batarian like further down, like running at you now, but he's not gonna get you before the end of his turn. So it's back to your.
Can I pick up the dude I have and throw him like a missile at the guy that's running?
Yeah.
Lawyers hate this one shocking tip.
Yeah.
Would that be in athletics, would you say?
Athletics strength based? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
16?
You can pick him up. You're not going to be able to like javelin him, but you pick him up with both hands
Okay.
and inadvertently drop the stun baton at your feet.
That's okay.
But you're able to like throw him like a Ewok throwing a log at a foot PSD.
Okay.
And it just kind of like throw it at the Batarian, catches him like in the chest, and tumbles on they both tumble to the ground.
Okay, cool.
I'll say you can use your move action to pick up the stun baton.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just say one more time. Looking for Braxis or whatever the hell his name was. We'll go Braxis.
Praxis.
Looking for Braxis. This can all stop.
See the two that you just knocked down, like kind of like fumbling over. Like one of them was trying to get up, but it's knocking the other one back down, and they're tangled up in each other right now. They just kind of waste their turn trying to stand back up. You see a not collared Solarian coming at you with another stun baton.
I'll let him try to hit
There's
me.
some balls in that.
No,
Solarian.
yeah, I'm impressed. I'll let him try. I'll give him a
On
swing.
guard.
Do you want to like give him advantage? Do you want him to hit you?
No,
Scraggly
just a straight swing. I'm not gonna.
Solarian.
I'm not gonna.
It's
Yeah.
a freaking Krogan.
Yeah.
Roll the 4. That 4 is just popular on it. Swing and a miss with the Solarian.
I'll melee attack
You just
him.
put your hand out.
Well, I was gonna give it some flavor. I want to like kick his knee like sideways, so I try to take him down. Like
You should
another
roll
round.
intimidate and just like shake your head.
24 to hit.
I'll give you one more chance.
You
to
do
roll.
what you wish to do.
That's 9 damage.
He is crippled. Like his tiny little frog bones are scattered. And he like crumples to the ground. Like he's still. If you get close enough to him, he might be able to like zap
I'll
you.
bend over. You telegraphed your swing.
Ribbit.
And I'll keep walking. I'll keep walking forward.
Okay. I need to get a tally of your fucking kill count right
Not
now.
kills. They're just knocked out. or maimed.
Non-lethal.
They're
Sorry.
maimed.
Let's see. 1, 2. There's those 2, and then. All right.
But
You-
the two guards.
Yeah, I got the 2 guns.
The
Okay.
5 so far.
Yeah. So you approach it's stereotypical, like how there's like the the foreman's shop is like overlooking like the workspace. You see the stairs going up to there, and you see lights on inside, but the curtains are drawn. You kind of put two and two together, like he's probably up.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, and you come up to the door.
I'll just try the handle.
It's unlocked.
I'll walk in.
You see the target sitting there. They look shocked, like they stand up from like their seat, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then there's two other there's two Batarians standing there, sitting there with them. They were playing cards together.
Okay.
And they see you standing there in the doorway.
Oh hey, sorry to barge in. I need you to come with me down to CSEC headquarters. There's a little matter they want to clear up.
Okay. The target starts to reach for something or like behind his wing.
Can I throw the stun baton?
Sure. That'll be dexterity.
17.
You kind of like throw it like a thrown knife, like
Top, yeah.
and like you see like the sparkling crackle of electricity as it like tumbles, lands like right in his right shoulder, and his arm from behind his back shoots out, but it's like grasping onto a pistol.
Okay, cool.
But it's like he's immobilized for the time for a few seconds while he's being actively.
Okay.
But the other two, like they like stand up, and like they don't seem armed, so they both just grab the chairs they're sitting on.
Okay. I will approach the man, Praxis.
Okay.
I guess that's probably my action and my move.
Alright, the other two are going to attack you with their improvised weapons. 5. Wow, this... Alright, 14 plus 16 hit your AC?
You know what? I'll let him get a hit in.
Alright.
I feel guilty.
I mean, I'm rolling bad, you've been rolling great.
Inspiration.
That's just how it is. But it deals 2 damage to you, and it just, like, disintegrates into splinters. While the other one like swung at you but came up short, and the other guy, your Brax is just kind of like with the stun baton, kind of like not lodged in his shoulder, but it's just stuck there somehow. Your turn again.
I take the gun.
Give me a Constitution check. See if you get electrocuted.
Nat 17.
You feel the
You saw so tense.
It stings, but you're able to like resist it and kind of just like, and then use your whole body force to kind of pull the weapon out.
Can I club him with that?
Sure. Give me a attack roll.
The 15.
I'll say he has advantage. You have advantage. Kind of him. I mean, his AC is an 11. He's not unconscious, but he's definitely motherfucker.
Like a D6, you think?
Yeah.
6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's not unconscious or dead, but he's definitely like hurting. You can do a strength roll to kind of like try to subdue him.
I have extra attack. I get 2 attacks per action, so I'll just clock him again.
Give advantage.
That's a quarter.
Roll damage.
7 damage.
You're still alive. Still up.
No guns on the Citadel.
Reporting you to seaside. The stun baton tumbles to the floor, and his arms is numb, but it's kind of jello-y.
Gotcha.
He swings you with his left hand. There you go. He's not ambidextrous, so he's gonna have disadvantage on you. 4. He misses.
Okay.
And get back to your turn if you wanna keep trying to knock him out, or
I'll flip it around and I'll shoot one of the other guys with chairs.
okay.
I got two. At 17. How much damage does?
Looks like it's an acolyte. 1d6 force damage.
attacks him.
Okay. You shoot him in like the knee, and you just the blood curdling scream comes out of him as the round goes, decimates all of the meat.
I'll pop him and then I'll raise him. You see how deadly these things can be?
Really could hurt somebody with one of these, you know. And he's still resisting you.
Okay.
He doesn't get it. He's been on the run. Pretty big bounty on his head.
Okay. It's his turn, so. What wants to do?
Just swings you again with his left hand. And he misses. One. He's gonna try to take off from you, so you get an attack of opportunity on this. I'll let you get an AOO.
Ow.
Ow.
Ow. Ew. Ew.
Okay. First shot missed, second shot's at 20, 22. 7 damage.
You what? 6, 8, 7? I think is what your damage from. Okay.
No, I'm not aiming for center mass.
Right, you're aiming for like non-lethal. He's pretty wounded. Like he's clearly running away slower than he could if he were not wounded.
Okay. Can I catch up to him?
You can easily catch up to him.
I'll run him down.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah. You reach up to him. And you kind of just grab him by his shoulder, and you do the thing where like you kick out the back of his knees, and he just tumbles to the ground. And you very easily are able to. It's just like an improvised.
Oh, I'll use that dude's whip. I'll tie him up.
Okay. Yeah, you tie him up.
What about the guys with the
One's bleeding right now. It's kind of giving up. They're like sea-level thugs. These guys are not like super human. But you're able to like subdue him, get his arms secured, pick him up, just start walking him out of the camp. The two guys that were tangled up in each other downstairs, like they see you, they're just kind of like side-eyeing you. They're angry. Like they really don't think that this guy's worth it. Like
I'll just show you.
you're clearly not here to bust their operation. You're just here for this dude.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna kind of like forget this ever happened.
I'm just saying, sometimes you have a rough day at the office.
Mondays.
Mondays.
He forgot my paycheck. Yeah, you're able to secure one of your bounties.
Sweet.
You spend the rest of the night like escorting him to the CSEC, doing a mountain of paperwork, turning in his pistol. Do you turn his pistol in?
Yeah.
Turning in his pistol.
Because if I don't, they'll dock me.
Yeah. So you don't get a whole lot of sleep at night.
That's fine.
Before the. Yeah. I'll say, how much money do you have?
I am like dead broke. I got like pocket change.
What do you? Yeah, you kind of spent. I'll say he was worth a cool 5K. You know what? You'll get an extra 500 for being a good Samaritan and turning his pistol. You're rewarded for that. When all of your characters eventually devolve. No. Alright, so you head back to the ship and you get yourself about like 90 minutes. Clean yourself up.
Power nap.
Yeah, and then kind of get ready.
Take a sonic shower, power nap.
Minor, you had a pretty good night clubbing.
Practicing the ways of the
Racked up a
Solarian.
Yes.
pretty hefty tab. I'll say you spent like $200 on treats for yourself. Bucks.
No.
No.
Uh-oh.
You
Uh-oh.
Hey,
You
all
know-
my drinks are free.
You know what? Here's what you do.
All my
Roll,
drinks are free.
roll me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Yep. I have a thing.
You have a thing?
Yep, I have a thing.
Just Dex. Not trained in it.
Right. No, actually,
I have a plus.
Actually, I have
Just Dex roll.
Dex.
it was a 17, but then went to a 7, so that's a 9.
You. Very well. Plan A failed. We're going to plan B. You're gonna roll a persuasion check.
What a deception.
Yeah, that works too.
18.
So, you come up to this one guy who's pretty well stocked. And you convince him that you're his date, like you're his blind date. He was here. And, I've been, coming here for
Becky? I'm Becky!
Like, I was waiting for you to come. Like, he's slurring his language, like one eye's like half closed, like he's off, and basically convince him to put all of your drinks on his tab for them, and you drink free.
Thought he was getting stood up. Oh,
And you-
so wasted.
And you buy him some drinks, and eventually he just blacks out to the nightclub music.
I'll go flag down a cab for him. Flag down a cab.
Hey, I'm gonna go get us a cab. We'll go back to my place for the night, and you just leave him there. He's like, I'll live for you there.
Get him a cab on his card, but send him to like Effie.
I hope you like the Omega 4 relay. So you count a man on a couple $100. You can drink free and have a good night. But he had it going. He was kind of a scumbag. He had it coming in. You get back to the ship. Get yourself cleaned up, head to bed, and get a good night's sleep. Stuff free. Jared, you continue to tinker. You get like everything done in this jetpack except for your one piece. And you're like, as soon as I get this piece, plug it in, do a couple of like calibration tests on it, you're good to go. And Jesse, I'll say that you finish up with your chemistry.
You ordered a pizza, drank the stereo in the med lab. You just spent all night fucking making.
I got a bottle of
illegal
Shasta.
stims.
I got an All Rush mixtape and a handful of quarters.
Let's make some illegal stims.
Monday warrior, trying to taste time, so you need me. Yeah.
Great. Copyright strike was too
Yeah,
perfect.
that was too perfect. All right. Artanics. What do you do for the evening? No.
I thought I was doing one of two things.
Let me turn you up, buddy. But you are cranked to that soul. All right, try again.
Can you hear me now? Now?
Hello.
Now?
Gotcha.
Good now?
Yep. What were you doing?
Well, I was with somebody. I was either at the club with Minor or I was helping in this bounty. I forget which one I was doing.
What would you have liked to have been doing?
Because I didn't have anything else to do.
Okay. Well, I'll say, John handled that bounty pretty handily. I'll say you, give me an investigation roll. I'll see if you assisted John on his other bounty. You can get more information on that.
Okay. Let me see here. You said investigation.
Yes. I got music.
21. Nat 20.
At 20?
Yep. So 21.
So John was the information he gathered was there was two places this guy could have been, and you were able to not only find out exactly where this person was, but you found out that he has a pretty like set in stone routine that he follows, and you're able to piece together like a couple of possible points to where you can nab him, where he's pretty vulnerable, and you keep track of that info for further use, and that you and John could in the future act on this information.
Okay.
Then I'll
I
say
knew that.
okay, and then I'll say you head back to the ship for the evening, and you guys all meet back up in the morning. Grab yourself a nice breakfast. I forget, I'm probably blending this in my playthrough. Right? You guys do anything to help improve the food on the ship yet, or no?
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so.
So you have like a pretty standard, like powdered eggs, burnt bacon, toast breakfast. I'll say the
Powdered eggs, but nobody hydrated.
Yeah, they're just
literally
dust.
It's like salt. It's like salt on the
I'll-
toast.
I'll say
You're taking
Akapor,
Parmesan cheese, it's just like,
pretty much.
it's weird.
the Batarian
So weird.
mechanic is like cook on the ship, and very much like army rations level of cuisine. Very
Gotcha.
very basic. It's calories and it's nutrition.
It's food.
Then you guys hail a cab, make your way over to the one ward that I said earlier, and you're given a very vague address to where you're supposed to meet up with this guy. Hey Siri ward.
I thought
And
you're saying, "Hey Siri," to look up.
you come to what you think is the location. It's basically a
Little Denny's.
not far from the truth.
It's an old
It's-
Bennigan's.
Like it's an old like shipping receiving place, but it's been like burned down and it's partially demolished.
Okay.
And you're kind of just standing amidst the ruins because it told you like specific coordinates, like within a few meters of where you guys are supposed to be. And you're checking your Omni tool in a place. You're waiting there for a few minutes, and an Asari walks out from like where like there's like a corner of the building that's still standing, and she walks out and starts to approaches you. She's wearing like very fine clothing, almost something like a matriarch would wear, and she says, "The curator, very thankful for what you have done for him." Turn music. This next mission, or his next assignment, may prove a little more difficult, as you would appreciate it if you didn't accomplish it in such barbaric way. So he implores you.
Obvious eye roll from from Creed.
Side glance from her.
So
Over to you.
Hello?
yes,
No, I was just making sure I was heard.
yeah, we got you, bud. She's standing there like her arms are like steeples. She's like, while a delicate matter, even if you were to mess it up, there's still value that can be attained from this assignment. But if done in a more democratic way, there's a lot of great value there. So, the information we have right now is fairly subpar. On a remote planet, there is a small colony of Quarian. Rumor has it that these Quarian have started worshipping a brand new deity. They've become very fanatical to the point where they have secluded themselves from the rest of the migrant fleet and are considered now a rogue arm of Quarians. Now,
Please don't say it, Zine.
they're not hostile. They're quite welcoming, actually. Have sent emissaries try to learn more about them, but each emissary has returned, and the state that they've returned in has, while they're alive, their mental faculties are scrambled.
Okay.
So, what we would like for you to do, Colony, learn as much as you can from them. Report back either as much information as you can, and or any valuable artifacts you find from them. We'd like to know more about this deity. Do you think?
These ones that have completed their pilgrimage or haven't.
The rumor that we have heard is it's happened mid-pilgrimage. Large that were visiting this planet, as it was the site of a not ancient battle, but a fairly significant battle happened here. They were going there to salvage what they could from this planet for their pilgrimage, but stumbled across this new religion and decided that they wanted pilgrimaging. Wanted to retract from the migrant fleet, become their own offshoot of Quarian.
Their brain is
What's that?
indoctrination.
I just want to take a second here. Schizo Freak, Party of 4, I believe, says they're also doing a Mass Effect campaign. Says the party's messing with Cerberus. We had some information about them and preparing all-out war because of what they're doing. It's gonna be fun. Screwing with Cerberus tonight. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
And some doucher named Limit Breaker 999 is skunking up.
So, unfortunately, that's about as much information as I can get. She pulls out her data pad. Me pulling out my box and
Pull up my PDA real quick.
Oh, giant fire-breathing snakes. Okay. Well, you can figure that out when you go.
the leader of the colony calls himself father.
Original. Okay.
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 That's
not.
Yeah. Oh. Not a sex call.
yes, father,
Yet.
not daddy.
Yet.
The curator has attempted to make contact with the migrant fleet before about these. Migrant fleet has all but disowned Quarians and not wanted to divulge anywhere on them. A sensitive subject.
Okay. We don't need Quarians in our crew, do we?
Surprisingly not.
No. No humans, no Quarians. Quarians, a couple Quarians, and a...
We have no Quarian with you.
Yeah, we have.
All right. Well, hey, it seems pretty straightforward. Let's go find some religion.
You're good with identifying drugs, right?
Only by taste.
What was the guy? The guy who took LSD? Like, I'm conquering the serum.
Alright. Oh, she does say that there is a minor deadline. There's a rumor
Okay.
that in 3 days they will be no longer able to be contacted.
Oh, ominous. Okay.
Gotta go.
Yeah, let's go then. I don't want to miss. We need to prop as much time with this.
How long does it take to get there?
Yeah, right.
You can get there within the...
Up for breakfast.
Let's go to the other day. This one's
This one got disintegrated. It's been annihilated.
This is the good Denny's.
Shit.
Who is this Denny? Anyway.
So
Are the moons over Miami, and I just got this rat with a scab on it.
So you, unless you guys want to do some more investigating while you're on the Citadel, you guys can head back to the ship and make your trip over to the.
Yeah. Let's. I mean, I vote for get going. That's good.
Yeah, might as well.
We'll do what I can.
I need more supplies.
I wash and I can't get clean.
Hugs. All right. You head back to the ship. Hamavea, the captain, she already has been given the information to the planet. She's already plotted the course and she's you guys to arrive. Yeah. Yarth.
Yarth. I was gonna say
Name's Dirt.
They named their planet Dirt?
Did they name the planet Dirt or did they name Dirt Planet? Make your way out there. Through a few Mass Effect jumps or relay jumps, and probably about 2 hours of FTL travel. Come across a planet that I'm going to call Oasis. It is not unlike Tatooine. It is a very arid planet. From space, you can see like scars of canyons that are stretching across the planet surface, dry lake beds. You see a few small like blotches of greenery dotting the landscape. It's not completely devoid of life. It is a breathable, inhabitable planet. It's just very difficult to live there. We shall call it Aragon. No.
Not Dune. No, that's
Done.
It just dropped the E.
Done. You are unable to get any like radio communications with these Quarians. So you, using the information that was given to you by the curator, they give you their actual like their little colony camp outpost that they constructed, and for being here for about 6 months, they've done pretty good job of making the place livable. From the sky, it's a fairly decent oasis. Lots of like lush low level vegetation dotting around the lake, and a couple of like stick and thatch huts that they've constructed. You see a pile of I'd say it's about 50 feet tall, pile of rocks, and in that pile of rocks you see a small alcove inside of there that leads further down.
Look, I'm about to guest star in an episode of Gilligan's Island.
I was thinking some random original series episode. What I said, is this all?
Right? This is a very TOS episode of Mass Effect.
Alright, who wants to be the red shirt?
Me!
You guys board the lander and come to a untested landing. A little bit of camp are greeted by, I would say, about a dozen or so Quarians. They don't seem to be any amount of hostile. They're not wearing any strange garb.
Are they're in
their
their suits?
They're in
still?
their suits still. As the planet is definitely not sterile for them. Quarians have to wear a full-on environment suit, because their immune system has been just completely decimated. So they can't be exposed to any amount of pathogen.
Their I mean,
Okay, so
Yeah.
So going out into
everything.
I wonder how many
Yeah.
thousands of Quarians died from space travel alone.
So you're trying to learn as much about them as you can. They have a very strange way of them.
Guys, I'm gonna be scary. I'm gonna leave my shotgun on the.
Brother. Sure. Shakily.
Are you
This is
ill?
not our- this is not our way.
Told that my barbaric ways point 86 this mission, so I am
stun baton.
No.
slides it down, further down my boot.
Further up his butt.
Brother, we know your shotgun is a peacekeeper, though.
He shoves it further up his butt.
I have the twin powers of reason intact at my disposal. So,
from the small crowd, you see a male Quarian step out and open you. He is wearing, I'll say, like a very crude robe. It is like a sandy color, assuming that it's just dirty from environment that. And he approaches you with arms open. Don't see any weapons on him, and demeanor is that very peaceful.
We're like,
Traders, not.
right.
We really haven't dabbled in.
Like a pharaoh's. The random cult.
Ooh, let's do this.
He won.
And I welcome you to our humble compound. Is a bad word.
Compound's a loaded word.
It's a leading
Our
word.
home. They're home now.
Humble oasis.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to our oasis.
Greetings. I am Ramrad Krieg. My brother, Ramrad Trogdor.
I will go up and hug him.
Okay.
His arms are open. It's too tempting. He's just sitting here. I just want to be loved.
We got a hugger.
He wraps his arms as much as around you as he can. He's like, "Welcome, brother."
And
Look at
like,
that guy.
he's even though he's wearing the robe, he's still full contained, right?
Yeah.
I'll
They're
just kind of
like draped over his like armor.
I'll just kind of whisper in his ear or ear hole or whatever. I understand.
He's like, "It's okay to cry." Like, well, we haven't had friends here. Come visit us. May I ask you your business here?
Well, we heard some rumors that find truth, belonging here. We're a very ragtag group. We've had a rough time.
Happening.
Seeking enlightenment.
Yes.
We are quite emotional.
We are very wealthy and very emotionally vulnerable. Like, please just take all this money out of my pocket.
Easily influenced.
Yes, and easily influenced.
Quite impressionable.
We don't know any better.
Well, there's much we all can learn. Path to enlightenment is very challenging. It may cost so much.
just a wipeout course rises from the water.
Ninja warrior.
Those giant red balls you gotta jump on.
Imagine a couple Krogan chains. Ah! Brother, help me!
Brother, help. He continues his spiel as he begins to walk, and the other group start to like flank you on each side, and they start to like just gently guide you to this large building here, which is unlike the other four, has been like ornately kind of adorned with You're assuming like some kind of like religious iconography. Anybody would like to give me a perception check?
$18.
16.
Oh, 30-20.
Dirty.
You know, they warned us back in the
Oh, yeah.
80s not to play this game because we would join a cult.
Oh shit.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
They were right.
Minor, you like
Can we
through
check
the blinding sun and the haze of the sand in the air. You see like hanging from like all four corners of this building, and all of the artwork that has been constructed. It's all what appears to be like pieces of different armor
I was
parts.
gonna say skulls. It's gonna be skulls.
A bunch of flashlights
And
hanging around.
And it's kind of skulls.
It's PG-13 body parts.
What's that, Micah?
I did say corpses when he's like, on all four corners you see hanging. I'm like, corpses.
Corpses.
Probably, you know, I'm guessing these two are up front. I'm probably next to you. I'll just kind of like nudge you discreetly and kind of like point them out.
I'm just like,
Discreetly.
I
Like,
got a giant smile on my face. I'm like, yes.
You know, brother, they might be on the level.
Tell me, are your people warriors?
No, we have forsaken the barbaric ways of combat. As you see, we have no weapons here.
I visibly clenched my jaw.
Actually, would we even know what Geth look like?
They are not unknowns.
Okay.
They're
we
very
talked.
well known. Like you may not
They
have
we
seen them.
talked about, but I mean,
You've not seen them personally, but there's definitely been like news reports and stuff.
Yeah,
that
they've
I've
been
seen.
wandering for a while.
Yeah, they've.
There's gotta be a picture of him somewhere.
They you know we have not had the need to conquer with peace. Have our own means. Just here to await. Enters the assumedly temple.
Okay.
Walk in, and you see a.
Is this guy the father?
This is the father. The one who's been talking is the father. All the other ones are just like other.
At least they have nice toilets.
Look, you see that hole in the distance?
Well, it's back home.
I could not be an adventurer. I would.
Oh, yeah.
It's just. Oh, thank you.
Looking on the cold ground, picking outside.
Yeah.
You're in charge of the soundboard tonight, Micah.
You enter, and there is much like a southern, like a small Southern Baptist, a very simple like preaching altar with a few simple benches constructed.
pages with.
Yep. There's the guy just doing listening.
He's communing with God.
Someone's just.
Someone put a stun baton up his ass.
I was like, no.
No.
I was trying to make him a popsicle stick. But behind the altar is not the body of a Geth, but a wooden reconstruction of a. Give me a history.
The wanted.
15.
Maybe stupid.
I mean,
Stupid.
I do have a 5.
You got an intelligence though.
Nat one. I definitely don't know this. Whoa.
14.
Minor.
9.
You're striking out against
Like you got a
enlightenment.
15.
Okay. Yeah. Like you recognize it as a Geth destroyer, but that has been constructed out of like scavenged bits of wood and foliage from the area. It's standing there in a. I'm not gonna say it's been crucified, like it's standing there of its own free will, but it's doesn't present as hostile.
Oh, so it's active.
So it's
Oh,
active.
it's made of fucking wood.
That it's standing there and it's not hostile.
Okay, it's okay.
That implies
It's
it's alive.
It is
Right.
it
Right. I'm
is-
seeing a depiction of Christ at the cross, like, well, he looks angry, but he's not gonna hurt me.
It is made of wood, and the pose it is in is just kind of like standing there,
Statue-like.
statue-like.
It's a wood statue.
It's not like it's been murdered, right? It's not like
It's not like it's hostile either.
yeah. But it's presenting a friendly demeanor.
It's a neutral stance.
Yes.
Jared, you know you got a
It's
hostile
like-
door over there.
It is, you know,
it's a non-hostile door, I'm
I
sorry.
want to save as much money as
It's like pulling. It's like going up to a car that just crashed into a wall. It's like, is he okay? He's not hostile. What do you mean? He's dead.
I was talking about
He's
the car.
no
So
longer
was I.
resisting
What?
arrest.
I still had no idea what it was.
You see a couple of female Quarians that are kind of like praying at the base of the Geth.
Wow, I'm like, no wonder the flotilla had was nothing to do with these guys. Oh. I have a slight question.
Yes, brother.
Oh, he's my brother.
Tell us more about that decorative.
Yeah.
Ah,
Tell us about that non-hostile piece over there.
I feel so not threatened by it.
I feel okay when I'm standing
I
next
can
to
really
it.
let my guard down around this
Right.
thing.
We can even call it an ally.
Why am I hearing out and everything? The judgment reason.
oh, you mean prophet? Prophet.
Okay, funny.
He goes on a not almost nonsensical rant of how the war between the Geth and the Quarian was a meaningful, a harsh necessity to bring the Geth and the Quarian together to unite.
Thank God, I thought you were going to say a slight
Nothing brings
misunderstanding.
nothing brings the people together like
It's
a civil war.
A necessary evil that
AI
was,
takeover from
that was needed
years
to
of
have
techno-slavery.
that needed to happen to reach full enlightenment. And unfortunately, this group has come to an understanding before the rest of the Quarian, rest of the flotilla. We have been exiled.
Okay.
But that does not sway us from our beliefs.
What does the prophet say the future for?
In 3 days, an eclipse. On that eclipse, we will leave this. Prophet will reassemble us.
There's so many internal alarms going off right now.
Brother, they're gonna activate the halos.
I keep telling you it's an Earth video game. It's not real.
Oh, I thought it was a history class.
And once we are reassembled, we will be
They're not documentaries, brother.
we will be one with the Geth. They will be one with us. Shall exist.
Freudian
You said
slip.
you said the quiet part out loud. We shall exist in this galaxy among the other races.
It's been painted green, you know, like a certain this ascending.
It's brown. It's just wood.
You guys are so cool. All right. So,
Where did you process? How do you know this?
Hold it to me. On our pilgrimage,
there a hat with some golden plates in it?
Would you like to see the?
Would
Standing
I?
right there.
This is just minor.
It's just a statue. I think we'll worship Uncle Wood.
Statue. It's fucking wood, stupid.
We're not
Why are you
crazy.
afraid of it? It's wood.
It's non-hostile.
Yeah,
At
we
least
are
it's
not
nothing to worry
hostile.
about, yeah.
He says, upon our pilgrimage, we encountered the prophet while we were wandering the planet. While we were the verge of death, we had no supplies, we had no shelter.
You go down there, it's like a partially disassembled Geth that's still conscious. Like, God damn it, somebody put me back together.
Ran across the prophet, gave us the guidance to part ways, fellow Quarian, stay here, forge a living in this environment. Now we are thriving.
As one survivor from a apocalyptic desert wasteland planet to another, I gotta say kudos on the freshwater source. Did real good there. Nice starter buildings here. Yeah, I'd love to meet this prophet guy. He sounds like a real fun cat.
I'd love. We shall meet him. For now, let us feast.
You're gonna get food.
There's like a food.
Have any?
They have a functioning
Replicator.
replicator.
He brings up a valid point, though.
But it only makes Taco Bell.
Oh no! Yeah, you see why
We're
they
gonna need
poop in
more
the
in
hole?
one hole.
You gotta make a bigger hole.
We're gonna need an emergency ejection port.
Let us celebrate grande meals for all of us.
Volcano tacos.
No,
not again.
All I-
cinnamon twists?
I want the Choco Taco. Supposed to be coming. But he leaves you all kind of dumbfounded at the revelation that this appears to be a group of Quarian worshipping a Geth.
Send a message back to the.
Get me the fuck off this planet.
We're in too deep.
And the father has left the building, and you see him turn as he leaves the building. He's like walks to the.
Okay.
But the rest of the followers are still like standing, literally like side by side with you. They're not like ushering you in any particular way. They're kind of like just there to.
I'll play it cool for right now. I'll eat some. You know,
Flashback.
Yeah, it's not no. Since we started this meeting, Joseph Seed, okay.
what's funny is with the Korean, they probably just drink like a nutrition
It's like a paste.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a.
I know Quarians and Turians can eat.
Good thing none of those filthy ape men are in part of our party.
Yeah, only Turians and Quarians can eat that.
On Earthers with a hard R.
No, their racial slur for Earthlings. Heck.
That's actually kind of good. So if you want to follow the father to the feast,
Sure.
go into this northernmost building. It is set up much like a dining hall. Lots of long tables with like multiple chairs, and you see that there's not only like the Korean like nutrition paste, but they have also like rations that they've bartered for or have brought with them when they were on their pilgrimage of like actual food that they kind of save for special occasions.
Is there a lot of powdered flavor drink?
There's orange.
Okay.
Give me a perception check, whoever would like.
I think I think Krieg is still just absorbing all of this.
Straight 17.
No better than him.
22.
Don't see anything other than Koreans. they're all wearing like the same. Their suits are all decorated in the same fashion and color motifs. Assume that they're all like the same clan or belong to the same ship. So it doesn't seem like they've either collected any like wanderers. I got you, Micah. Like no other outside Quarians have joined this, and you don't see any other alien, anybody but. You sit down at the tables, and a pretty nice meal is laid out in front of you, while the followers all have like their nutrient paste. You guys are treated to what is equivalent to a pretty substantial meal.
We get like
None of you are like, I dig in, let's go.
we get like blue box macaroni and like
I'll scan mine.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna abstain because he doesn't want to take his
Investigate.
protective hazard suit off.
21.
You check nothing. I mean, it's like very processed food, but it's not
Probably
poison or
dogs.
anything like that. Yeah, it's
Probably
it's
better
pig
than what we got
assholes
on
and
the ship.
intestines, like, but it's edible.
I'll partake.
Yeah, I'll eat because I resist. So.
Yeah, don't want to insult.
You guys like digging with your food. You see a few customs that the Quarians partake in before they sit down and eat. There's some songs that are being sung. It's a pretty lighthearted and almost fun environment that you guys are sitting in as you eat. You hear jokes being told. There's lots of laughter. None of this sounds diabolic or evil in any way. You're almost being, I don't want to say persuaded that you guys are cool, but you're like, your sense of immediate danger is starting to like think you guys are kind of in a semi-safe.
Just a bunch of hippies. That's what it
Yeah, you get heavy.
I'm just waiting for the other.
You're waiting for the
I'm
butts.
waiting for the yeah.
So
But
here,
there's
there's
a
a
lot
lot
of-
reveals he's evil.
leading into it.
Did we land our ship kind of far away from here, or relatively close?
You landed it far enough away that like the dust wouldn't like pick up and cause any damage to the area. So like it's
We muddy their water.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking kicked up dust.
you empty the fucking latrine of the ship into the water. No, it's I'll say it's probably like 200 yards away. Like it's close, but it's not very close.
Okay.
And through the ship, like you have immediate communication with ship and
Okay.
Much else living on this planet?
when you landed, you heard like the sounds of like, I'll say like frogs and insects buzzing around the oasis, like the lake. You don't see any like large fauna.
Also, kind of a question asking one of these.
Like there's it's mostly smaller desert dwelling insects, bugs, reptiles, and things like that. There's-
Pressure moths.
We have no fear for those. Other spores have not reached the planet. There's nothing larger than equivalent of hijack.
Hey, brother, we're the apex predators on this planet.
Finally.
We can rule like gods.
Angry gods.
Ants below me.
A lot of storms or winds you have to
Yeah.
contend with.
I do that. Hey, look, I'm an apex predator.
Near
Macaroni flying everywhere.
near the equator.
Start choking on the cheese packet.
Near the equator, there are significant dust storms, but you guys are far enough north where that's not. You're in a pretty temperate.
Well, again, that was also a question for Tommy.
They explain it to you. Like they've found a nice place to survive. That's why you guys ponder.
Not me.
You might be.
Yeah, I think probably you.
Yeah, Micah.
Not trained in stealth either.
Not even. I'm the opposite.
Micah, what's your stealth?
My dex mod, so too. Actually, no, we have active camo.exe.
Oh, that's right. You know, I thought I was like, there was some sort of stealth thing I had.
Oh yeah,
I
the
do
ability
that.
to turn invisible.
I say, don't you have a mod? Oh, excuse me.
Why are we stealthing though?
I'm just thinking, like, while everyone's here, maybe we should check out some of the other huts while no one's there.
Pardon me, brother, I must rotate the captives. They get ever so restless.
I have to drop a big old. I have to use the hole, brother. I mean, that sounds like.
Tangent. I'm finishing up the Fall of the House of Usher. Line in there that says, "Firewall is being disassembled brick by brick." And it came to me in Epiphany, firewalls aren't a wall made of fire. It's literally just a brick wall that prevents fire from spreading.
Yeah, I saw that.
My only other context of firewall is to deal with computers. I'm like, oh, it's just a wall of fire.
In D&D, it's a wall of fire.
A wall of fire. And I'm like, no, practically it's just a brick fucking wall because it can't burn.
Yeah.
I've not been the same since. I'm changed me.
You live on,
Two
you live on the other
definitions
side of
before.
that.
I live on the dark side of reality. I don't like it.
Whereas on a new construction, I'm like,
Yeah,
actually,
firewall.
it's not always a brick wall. It's some sort of drywall that's fire rated.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to be brick.
Covering fire means you're constructed a bulletproof wall between
A
me and
wall.
them. I ain't going out there.
Alright.
A wall of fire, a literal wall of bullets coming.
While you guys are I'll say when you guys are sitting down, you have like a member in between each of you, and you've been like asking them questions, and they've been easily providing you answers. Like they have not been trying to hide anything from you guys. Are there any other questions you'd like to ask these before this ends? What? Excuse me?
Let's see. Run this by me just one more time. I heard tell, kind of why we came here, or tell that some people have come out to the side of this experience a little crazy.
The father over here approaches you. The other visitor. They did not take their life, their worldview flipped so drastically that had to
Eat.
Reverts to barbarism.
No, they left. We had to exile them. We had to exile them.
That pause is very ominous, Father.
I could not think of the word exile. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We always open our homes ways of the prophet. But not all who come here are willing.
Okay.
Those that have been sent
Okay.
would you?
Hey, listen.
Not by force. You from being attacked in the first place.
There is no inherent value in this. Nearly a dead planet. What is there to fight over here? Than dirt, dust.
The dust in
Yeah, we fight for the important thing called personal honor.
But it's our dirt and dust.
Exactly.
And radioactive. Radioactive.
We fight for the most noble cause of all, bragging rights.
No, that's where all the women are at. That's what you fight for.
yeah.
E-penis.
Right to pass on our seed. Got there.
Limeade.
Never had a ghost. I've been addicted to the Rio Punch monsters. Tastes like Smarties.
Not a good
The father does like a. Would like to meet the prophet.
Oh, cool. No, we're just getting. Yes.
You look outside. The sun is like it's like golden hour, right? Very close to dusk. And you start to see some of the other followers. I would say there's roughly 75 to 100 people.
Okay.
You start to see like fires.
communal house.
Fires being
Those bugs
constructed,
pretty tight.
and the
Waste
father
down.
leads you to the far side of the lake to this quite large rock formation. And as you approach this rock formation, you see it goes down at I would say a relatively not moderate angle, but you can't see the end of the cavern. But it is quite large. Like you could drive a vehicle down in there. Not going to feel cramped or crowded at all. And he stops just before the entrance and bows his head for a brief second. Yes. I believe they are willing. Very well. Raises his head back up. Follow me. Starts to proceed down into the.
You're the one with the psychic powers, lady.
John's like, I left my shotgun on the ship.
Let's just say, if a techno mind being tries to upload its thought virus into my mind, I don't have any defenses up there.
I'm just a little adept.
You pick up that rock across the link with your brain. I can't do any of that.
You can
See,
throw him
watch.
to that rock with your fist, with your arms.
Ah, fine. I'll go first.
Both my brother.
You are strong.
All right, I will go. Whatever. Why you have to be mad? It's only game.
I know, I forget. I know. So you walk down into this cave, and it's a straight shot. Don't see any like offshoots. And come down. I'll say you walk about 75 feet. Come to. You see the rock kind of like come into like a half dome, and as your eyes begin to adjust to the darkness, you see body of a Geth destroyer slumped, crumpled up on the floor of this.
Destroyers are the ones that are not as big as a prime, right?
Yeah, they're
middle ones.
bigger than a regular Geth, but smaller than a prime.
Not a stock.
And as you followed the father down, he was a few steps ahead of you. You see him; he's on his knees. You're assuming praying, prophet. is silent. You don't even hear like the standard cave noise.
I'll nudge Jesse's.
Begin to scan it. Father shoots up. That is not.
Like,
Your scan completes, but before you're able to check it, the father says, "You must trust. Doing what you've done, or showing to me. It is not too late to change."
Purely taking out his curiosity and method. We're only accustomed to.
Sometimes blind devotion, hard. Surrender yourself. Prophet does not ask for it, but devotion is one of the things I. As you look down at your eye, Geth is dead. Abnormal like magnetic. The father lowers his head again and closes his eyes. Raises his head back on me. Prophet welcomes you. Would like to first, we would like to offer you to stay with us. We have had a trying day. Hope you enjoy tomorrow. Ernie, here's your roll. What would you like?
I was trying to see if I could stop.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
He's fairly busy. I'll say you kind of like sneak, like not sneak away, but like step aside more into the.
Okay.
You're out of his like direct line of kind of peripheral.
Okay. Am I able to activate my active camouflage?
Yeah. So you kind of like step into the shadow. You tell you're like in his like peripheral vision, kind of like your real slow movements, no big. Oh,
I'll step back and just kind of. Would it cast a light or anything with my active camo going for my infrared goggles? I like to turn those on and kind of scan around in full.
You give me a
Also, Schizo Freaks asks, in what setting is it?
This is 3 years before Mass Effect 1, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pre Reaper invasion. Give me a science check.
Don't say that. Nat 1. Oh, that's a big.
You see that this cave system has something's off about it.
Okay.
Almost like parts of the rock are darker than others. Not sure what that.
Okay. I'm going to edging away now that I'm camouflage or whatever, and I'm going to actually go up to the rock wall very quietly, scrape off a chunk.
in your hand, you get almost like you were touching, like you picked up charcoal, black sootiness, like aching wall. You get a couple of very, like they're not very big rocks, but even the size that they are, you think they'd have some weight. They're almost weight. And they're very sharp and jagged. Take them, put them in like.
Okay.
Oh, this robot Landrew.
Yeah.
His reference. One of the many robots that Kirk defeated with logic. 5 or 6.
Anything else? The father, kind of just standing there, waiting for you.
I'll ask, does the prophet have a name, or
Has forsaken any name. The Geth don't have names to begin with, but this one has its own voice. In him and his. You see that. You can see the entrance of the cave, up like slightly into the distance and above you. Like, the sun is nearly set now, and it's starting to get dark, and it's getting even darker. Cave. Father says, "Let us." He begins to walk way back up, kind of leaving you there.
Unattended with a prophet?
sexy time?
But
Have you ever banged a real Geth?
you,
There nobody else down here with us, or the followers watching us? Oh, that's a flat roll.
other than your footprints, you only see a single set of footprints. But it's like it's gone up and down this path so many times, but it follows the exact same path. You don't see any other footprints.
So down to the Geth and back up.
Yep. It's if there were more people coming down here, they were following an exact line. Don't think that.
Around each other.
Right. So, kind of think that only the father. You see your guys' footprint. They're kind of like scattered all over, like a well.
I don't know what else. You're down here. Acting their.
My Omni of the rocks. Okay. I'll leave what I have in my pocket just bottle like it. So yeah, I'll scan a wall.
You see that the wall, it was like a sandstone, like it made up same kind of rock that the rest of the circle out of.
Yeah.
But this was formed with an intense, almost like a laser bore, dug this. I assume that's kind of what the soot was, and why like the rock is so jagged and sharp and light is effectively boiled.
Okay. Like an older formation, probably.
With your attitude, you really can't date it. It looks relatively worn. Like it's not fresh, but it's kind of worn.
Okay.
I forget, did they say that they found the prophet here or they took the prophet here?
They, they didn't say specifically, but from context clues, you think that they found the prophet here. They've never made mention of like traveling with it or moving it at all.
Not the knife.
Not a creepy fucking jester snuggling it right now.
Could I don't know what kind of check I could roll, maybe survival, to see how long this Geth Destroyer has been here?
Yeah, give me a do a survival check.
Okay.
Pretty good with survival, I can do.
15.
22.
Minor, with your 22 and Mike with your 15, you kind of don't get the same information. Minor gets, like you see, there is like a layer of dust and just weathering of this death. You would assume it's been here a significant amount of time. Rewind that. Been here maybe a couple of it's not, it's older than the colony that's here, but it's not like it doesn't predate the death obviously,
But it doesn't seem to indicate that it was time of the.
no, you assume it's post-war, like it may have come from like death scouting party,
Right, or
and
even if it was in the war, it hasn't been here that long.
right. So a couple years tops, but it is covered in dust. You don't see any like the metal's not very rusted, it's not corroded.
Get a hold of the gas, see if they got a missing.
Serial number 873155? No? Okay. You guys, your checks, your scans, and
Missing an 854. Maybe somebody fat fingered and hit 5 instead.
Probably.
Or 4 instead of 5.
you guys turn around to walk back up. Take a couple of steps. You feel like when you're at a concert, standing kind of close to the speakers, like it's like rumbling with like the bass, like you feel it in your chest. You feel that, but you hear. Give me actually, sorry, not Constitution.
Damn it.
Constitution. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Constitution, Constitution.
Okay.
I'm like, willpower. There is no willpower.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not good.
I am literally hands in pockets, not touching anything. I feel very like. Well, I'm not supposed to.
What'd you get, John?
Natural 19.
Okay. Minor.
10.
Like, what'd you get?
19.
Sorry, you got
10.
John and Micah kind of assume that the rumbling you felt was tremor. Kind of brush it off. The rest of you feel like you heard something say something. You heard a vocalization of some type. You can't discern what language. Even if you were to try to repeat it, you're like try to like repeat the sound it made, see if somebody knows what it said.
If I had hair on my neck, it would be standing right about now.
But you all feel the sense of dread.
I'm actually gonna pick up my pace. Okay, let's just get out of here. Out of this cave.
I'm curious. I'm gonna hang around and see to wait if it happens again, but I'm gonna have my scouting droid out and recording.
Okay. The rest of you, you're gonna move on?
Yeah.
Jesse? Mikey, you're heading for the entrance too?
Sure.
Jared, you sit there, wait, you have your scouting droid out there. And
Brain damage is. Hey, it's something real out here. Okay.
I'm too stupid to influence. Yeah.
Your eyes adjust. You can see the end. Start to see stars rising in the distance. And time starts to pass. Like, weirdly. Starting to lose track of time. Been up a while. Spent the whole day tinkering on the project. You wake to the sound of your brain ring you and hear distinct speaking in a language that you can't even kind of understand.
Is this vocal or in my head?
It's in your head.
Okay.
It doesn't feel hostile. But
Is it made of wood?
But you get it's not like it's not threatening you. It's not telling you to like murder your friends. It's just
Knocking on that door.
yeah. It's pointing you in that direction. No. But you get the feeling that with what the father told you, voices into you is like just is what will happen? Something bad gonna happen? Something good gonna happen? Like, but you do get deep down inside you feeling of like you not want to be anymore, and through your willpower overtaking your curiosity, you sprint as fast as you can out of the game. Droid follows behind you. It was recording everything that happened, and don't want to wait anywhere. Excuse me, go over recording right.
Okay.
And see the rest of the party is gone except for your. He is waiting near a small campfire near the lake. That is, you can see him from the cave entrance, but he's kind of he's sitting there waiting, and kind of just as he sees you, he's. I'm taking your heat from you, John. But he stands up and he doing down there. Oh, sorry, John.
No, go for it.
Further recordings, but over me, I'd just be sleepy, but or no.
He was down there for about 45 minutes. You didn't hear any cries for help. You didn't hear any commotion down there, but also at the same time you were kind of too afraid to go back down there. You were getting worried. You were almost to the point of like, I need to go get my brother. And just as you were about to like work the courage up, running out of the.
Didn't mean to hold you
How
up.
deep is that cave?
I'd say about half a foot. Like, it's not huge. You're not gonna get lost. But it's
Deeper than 30 meters.
yeah. I'd say 30 meters or more than 30. Probably about 50.
Well, half a football field would be less than 50 meters.
I know, but it's more than 30 meters.
Right, yeah,
so,
no, that's why I said so more than 30 meters.
I-
Yeah,
frozen
I'm not trying to argue that.
Did we take a shuttle down here, or is it a ship down here?
No, you took the shuttle. We held that.
I'm gonna contact the ship.
Okay.
And ask, hey, guys, calculate, is there gonna be an eclipse days here?
The captain gets your request. Comes back a few minutes later, like, yeah, there's gonna be a total solar eclipse. It'll last for about. It'll still be light out there, but it's gonna be dark. It's gonna be a crazy sight. Yes, sir. About 2 days now.
I want to flag them down and ask what minerals are on this planet.
The surface of the planet is pretty sandy. Towards the equator, there's a lot of dunes. But closer to the poles, it's kind of been like stripped bare from all of like the loose sand, and it's kind of like all. If it's not a cave, it's like a like dry lake bed, most kind of texture. Below that, there's basic minerals like iron and aluminum and stuff like that, like your basic elements, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of strange minerals. It all seems kind of standard. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just kind of something to not anything I would know, but just anything that was out of the ordinary.
No, it's a pretty standard like geographic survey, and from what the father said, like there's nothing to fight over here, like, and he seems to be true. Like the mineral content's pretty sparse, and collecting it would be more hassle than it's worth. So,
Oh, actually, I thought of a different question. Was
Okay.
the planet always like this? Or was there like some war or something that just doomed everybody, or what?
it from the earliest reports, there were like the oases were significantly larger, but there was never any sentient life. No like high civilization. There's no like ruins. It's a pretty basic low level planet, low level life form.
That's all I had.
Eclipses.
I never remember the one I got out of school for back in '94. Tangent
remember that.
Brief tangent that turned into not so brief.
I think I'd like to return. So we come down on a ship, or did we
The shuttle.
shuttle?
Yeah, the ship's in orbit.
Okay. Describe to me the shuttle, real. Is
I'll do better than that. I'll show you a picture.
okay. Trying to grasp how big this.
Scaling.
Wow. Thanks, Google. Good job.
Small.
Good
So
job.
small.
That helps a lot.
Shuttle for ants.
Put it like tools until the size of the picture.
I would say it's like small school bus.
Okay.
You guys fit comfortably on there. You probably could squeeze like
The
2 or
short
3 more
bus.
people on there without having to like stand. Has it has a you guys have retrofitted like a gun to it.
Okay.
It is armed.
Kodiak shuttle.
Yeah, Kodiak.
No, that's fine. You know, I just some idea of what size we're.
It's like a car.
Sure.
It's
Okay,
bigger than the
there we
car
go.
is.
Yeah, bigger.
Okay. No, that's perfect. I want to head back to the shuttle for because you said it's like dark out now more. or
Yeah,
less and
it's
stuff.
it's early mid early. It's before midnight.
You said the ship landed, not the.
You guys,
So it took a
okay,
shuttle.
the shuttle and
Ship
the
is,
ship's
yeah,
staying
we
orbit.
can communicate. But yeah, I'll use my infrared goggles.
Also, keep let the ship know. Keep on watch for any ships entering. For entering.
Jesse, Micah, Minor, did you guys want to sleep with the colonists, or did you want to like just crash in the Kodiak? Okay.
I mean, did they arrange for us to have rooms? Because I know he said
They offered bunks. I'll say that you guys went to check them out. They look relatively comfortable. It's very like, okay, I'm gonna say hostile, but like European sense. Very communal living. Hostel. Like they're bunks like 3 or 4 high. Communal living space. No luxury.
Do I know if it would be more comfortable to just stay on the Kodiak?
You would I'll say you feel more safe on the Kodiak, but you're gonna be like sleeping on the floor.
About like laying out a bedroll and sleeping out on the same.
Yeah, it's about the same. I think you could probably like go next. You guys can like camp out. It doesn't have beds in it, but plenty of space for you down on the floor.
I would sleep outside.
I have that campfire going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Survival
if
blanket.
that's the case, yeah, I'll stay
Plus
at
that
the
we will-
ship, I guess.
You guys sit. You see the moon crossing the sky, and see that it's not a full moon. It's very minuscule. Waxing crescent? The one where it's about to be waning. It's a very small sliver passing over the sky. You see familiar constellation formations.
How do we see constellations?
So,
This is a different planet.
a well-traveled spacer will know. Yes, the Ursa Minor looks like this from this sector.
I get what you say. It's not going to be 1-to-1, but I get what you say.
Like it's not going to look like Ursa Minor, but you're like, oh yeah, I know that star and that star and that star make up Ursa, the Big Dipper, but it's in a different space. Different. You can still recognize stars and in relations of like galaxies.
So, like, imagine, like, instead of having a horizontal belt, it would, like, these stars, like, almost, like, close to each other because they're.
Right, but the only way
I can sort of see what
the only
you're
way
saying.
you really spot stars is in reference to constellations
Right.
that you know. But if you don't have any constellations that you know, there's no way to pick out.
But like,
you don't have those reference points.
what's the closest star?
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, like that's going to be
Or
the same.
Proxima Centauri.
That's going to be like the same brightness, like in this, no matter where in the galaxy you are. No, that's correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
No, that's incorrect.
Well, wouldn't we have?
Anyway, we see stars.
I was gonna say, wouldn't we have a star chart coming in here? Reference.
Yeah, you're
I
like
mean,
Yeah.
one could fabricate.
we're getting into it. But like you see stars.
It's a moot point.
The ship does not report any life signs on the planet or any ship activity anywhere in the sector. So you guys kind of just have a peaceful night.
So I missed out because I ran to the bathroom. But where's everybody staying then?
They're either on the ship or just kind of camping out just outside. John's
Like the shuttle or the ship?
Sorry, the shuttle.
Okay.
John's hanging out by the fire that.
We'll say it's between that palm tree and that big bush.
Whoa.
And bar there, yeah.
I'll say the shuttle is
Okay.
like further down.
Actually, I was thinking originally of laying out the bedroll closer to the water. Or whatever.
Did anybody else come to the shuttle then?
I think Jesse went to the shuttle.
I think
did as well.
like it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys
Uh,
sleep throughout the night. None of you report to each other having any weird dreams. Jesse, you get your hour of sleep. You kind of just sit there and ponder.
Just that scene where I'm
shotgun
strangling
in hand.
myself, but I look like my dad.
I was thinking the my name is Earl reference. Earl and his brother Randy are sharing that bed or whatever.
Yeah.
That little hotel thing is. Want to go to sleep? Want to keep hanging out with you? Well, if you think about me when you fall asleep, you'll dream about me. It's like we're hanging out together. Wake up. Well, did it work, Randy? Nah, I was a tugboat again.
Wakey, wakey. Sneak.
That was a reference that you don't understand. Played a guy in Mallrats that couldn't see a tug. Sailboat, excuse
anyway,
me.
Sometime before or after sleeping, I'd like to review what my droid may or may not have recorded.
I'll say you join your brother at the. You both go footage.
Ghost hunters.
So from your drones, I'll say it's basically like a video recreation of what happened. But from its point of view, it's kind of in between you. Like you can see off towards its left, the Geth, and you're kind of off right. It can, but you see, kind of just slowly start to begin to slump, fall asleep, and it gets a strange signal spike. It's not an electromagnetic spike. It's not any kind of like power source, but there's some kind of reading that it itself can't even classify. And then wake up. As soon as that like impulse happens, wake up, then begin to kind of you see yourself silently hear the words in your head and kind of like them. And you sat there for about a minute or so listening to the conversation before you book it. But the only thing it recorded was that one weird signal. Can't determine what it is.
I'd like to, at least for the moment, while these guys, I'd like to just start cross-reference data that I have access. I can hone in on what.
You don't find anything on like the extranet. Any similar occurrences. You try to recall any of the noises, any of the words that you heard, and it's all just almost white noise. It's like when you're trying to before that app where you hum a song and it would figure it out, like you just have to type it into Google and guess. It's basically you doing that. It's coming.
How about I take out a hand, empty my content, that third screen, get up. that any sort of property in it that might reverberate energy?
No, so you do a more thorough scan of it. You take like about an hour,
Like a
analysis.
proper full.
And then it basically determined that this is just molten rock of the surrounding area, that some kind of high energy, not necessarily a weapon, but some high energy beam had melted this rock for some reason, and it formed this cave, and it cooled in a particular way, and the black charring is literally like just carbonization, probably of like some microscopic like microbes burning up. Like it's just pure carbon, and then covering molten rock. That yeah, kind of glassy, but it's like very light. Like have you ever picked up like volcanic rock before, where it's like it's full of air holes and it's like like spongy. It's very much like that. It's lighter than it looks like it should be. The rock, but there's no weird readings from it.
Okay. Not a special property, it's just the effect of something.
You assume well, you come to the conclusion that it is not natural. Formation is not natural. Well, possibly.
Do we have any probes like they have on, like, the
Do you want
like the Normandy?
Do you
like
want the ship to like do a scan, like kind of scan?
Do we have any reading software like I could take like visualize, like, you know, record, like recording software, or like, you know, like,
I mean,
Ghost Hunter me up. Like I want EMF meters and
you can send Jared's probe down there to just basically permanently act as like a.
But nobody saw
Sentry.
the end of the cave though, did they?
It ended at the Geth. Like it
Okay.
fully came into like a half dome.
Okay.
Like there was no other offshoots.
So it went. The tunnel going down led straight down. There's no bends or curves. or
Correct.
anything.
That's what I said. You could see the entrance of the cave from the bottom of the cave.
If death were awesome, this is an impact. Crashed, caused a crater.
I was thinking that could be.
What
Attack,
is
it was an
this?
escape.
This planet any?
It's on the outside of like Citadel space, so it's not.
Well, so is the van.
It's not unlike. There have been Geth incursions in the area. It's not weird that a Geth's here.
What battle took place here?
That's what I'm trying to determine. Is probably and they came here to salvage.
It wasn't the Quarian War Geth, like the Quarian Geth War, but it was
just a random skirmish.
it was like a large scale skirmish following that. They probably fought
And when
over
we-
it.
Oh, sorry.
They probably fought over the planet, like 100 years after the main war. But you're assuming that the Quarian just kind of gave up on it. Geth.
And when we saw Jeff down there, did it look like it was intact and still active?
It wasn't whole. It was definitely very well damaged, but like it's like everything is torso up. I'm trying to get air. So, but like it was twisted and mangled, but you can definitely tell it's a Death Destroyer.
Is it still? Was there any light on inside?
Nope.
it?
Completely dark.
I want to go look at it one more.
When any of the heads in the main dining hall or whatever, the heads there possibly match up.
No, the Destroyer had its head.
Oh, okay.
And none of the other Geth parts that you found or saw had any lights on. Like
No, just
Clearly
like
deactivated.
yeah, I was just wondering if it matched
No,
up.
no, no.
You know.
there's probably like another piece of some destroyer, but this don't see any of it outside of the cave. You're probably the religion check.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
no, there's history.
I'll do a history for religion instead.
Do we know?
Oh, it's a nat 20 on a history check.
While this isn't any known religion, I'm going to assume that with the high regards that this group has of the prophet, you're going to assume that they're not going to do anything to disturb it or move it or touch it or anything, which is why they have like a wooden representation of it in their altar instead of they could just move it and prop it up and worship it there, but they left it down in the cave, presumably for holy reason. So they're not going to use parts of it as like decoration.
Lorian.
I had a thing too. I guess I'll ask just in case. Is the fact that the Geth are network that utilize a hive mind, is that a commonly known?
Yes, that was one of the tactics the Quarians would use to help defeat them, was try to cut them off from the hive mind so that they were effectively dumber and less capable.
My theory is that maybe it was trying to commune to form a new hive mind with you. Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it's just broadcasting on whatever signal it can, like, organics can. I don't know. That's why I'd like to go and take a closer look at it, and, like, see if I can find maybe what components are missing.
Keeping in mind, I don't know the world very. What if it was trying to give us a brain? Leave this. Trying to force us away from the cave.
That too. I know that Geth don't normally communicate psionically. They have the garble language.
Yeah.
Probably speak in binary. I don't know. Either way, I want to take another.
Micah, did you have something? I think you were trying to say something.
I just wanted to take a look at it too.
Okay. Do you want to go down and look at it, or do you want to send a drone first?
I want to go. I want to try to replicate, see if I can get whatever happened to him.
Okay. Micah, do you want to go with John down there?
I'm gonna stealth though.
Okay.
Activate my cable.
So if you guys want to go back down, and you start walking toward the cave. Micah Artanix is following. Where he gets like, do you have a camo thing, Micah, or no?
Can you hear me?
Kind of. Do you have a stealth thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay. As he gets to the cave mouth, he activates the stealth. Mine, are you gonna hang out?
I think I'll hang out, try and talk to the Quarians.
Okay.
I want to see, like, are they all from the same ship?
Okay.
How did they find this place?
So before I do that, do you guys want to go in the middle of the night, or do you want to do it in the morning?
I want to go at night.
I guess we'll go night.
I'll say it's like closing in on midnight. All the Quarians have like turned in for the night. You guys are still like here. They have not left anybody there to watch you. Eye on you. They don't trust you guys. So Jared, did you want to go down, or do you want to kind of just?
I kind of do if I'm using.
Or do you want to go down with them this night, or do you want to just keep watch?
Did you go down last time?
You all went down.
All of
All of you did.
okay.
John, you walk back down. Everything seems the same. It's just much darker. There's enough ambient light where you're not out of just trying to stay concealed. You guys don't use visible lights. Make your way back down, and
Use my. I'll just say that passively right now. If it's too dark for me, I'll just
use your dark vision. But you see the destroyer. You get a better look at it now. It's sitting there. You see that it doesn't look like it has an impact. Almost like it.
Almost like it was unearthed.
No, it's not buried in any way. But you don't see like you would like a mound of dirt around it as if it fell into it.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it was excavated at all. Like it looks like it just like came down here.
Does it have
down
a
and-
body? Like, does it have like arms and legs?
Yep. But they're all mostly attached, but they're just so mangled.
Okay.
And you look closer at it, you see like holes where some type of energy had penetrated it, presumably like some kind of a weapon.
Okay.
And get a good look at it. Would you like to turn?
I got a 15
Okay.
on an electronics. I want to see if any major components were damaged.
You see that its main like power source was hit by one of those weapons. Doesn't look like it went critical, like it didn't like self-destruct explode. Definitely was damaged beyond repair, and death is like it's like getting its heart shot.
Before we keep inspecting here,
Yes.
Jared, did you tell everybody about your experience down here?
I would have told anybody that went on the shuttle,
Okay.
like overnight or
we
whatever.
we all were there, yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
yeah, just
so
away
before
from
we-
prying ears.
Yeah. Before we came in, if you were coming with us, I wanted to say basically that because your drone was the only thing that got like some sort of reading, right?
Yeah, it
It didn't know what it was.
it got us like a reading on a spike of energy of unknown origin,
Okay.
and then I woke up and then reacted about a minute.
I guess just have it, because we don't know what it is. It's just energy, so I guess I would just have it focus on mainly trying to discern where it's coming from, not necessarily what it is.
Like if it's coming from the Geth
Right,
body,
right,
or if
right.
it's coming
The
from
source.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
You
configure it to do that.
yeah you have it narrow in instead of doing like a broad scan. You set it to focus in on the Geth itself, and if it detects any signal coming from the Geth, it'll know that it's coming from. It'll ignore all other signals, but it'll see if anything comes from the.
Right, that
And,
being,
I'll
go ahead,
keep
Michael.
an eye on my Omni tool for any readings.
Um,
Basically, kind of on a wider spectrum while his drone focuses in.
is there anybody, the father and nobody's been
Nope.
bothering us?
they
no sleep.
they did like an evening ritual while you were asleep. They did an evening ritual that night around a big bonfire that they constructed.
So these Geth, and this is in character as well as out of character. Do they have some sort of memory unit or a hard drive or solid slate or something that I'd be able to access or read?
It's not impossible to like get into its memory banks. You could probably like reconstruct last few minutes, see what had happened to it. But you would get nothing up and once it died. That's all you'd ever point where it were data.
But anything from the past.
To an extent,
To a
you
certain
could
extent.
work your way back a little bit.
Okay, that would be valuable. If we're convinced that we're alone here. I would like to see if I can't possibly detect that.
Give me Constitution saving throw.
Okay. At 10 with a 5 kicker. 15.
You feel that rumbling in your something like an unseen force is trying to start to hear that similar noise in your head again. It still does not seem like it's trying to threaten you. Don't like what it's saying. Its tone of voice is very much
Okay, is my drone picking up?
it is coming from the Geth. He's that exact same energy spike, and it now knows that it's
I force my.
give me another Constitution.
That one's a.
You remember back in your childhood when you're still learning yourself, you're still learning the ways of the world, and you're about to jump from one ruin, like a piece of rubble, to another piece because you're trying to jump over this chasm. This chasm's not like incredibly deep, but if you fall, you're gonna severely hurt.
Like a kid crow.
But you're young, you're invincible, and you feel like you can make that jump. As you jump, grab the edge of the ledge, and can't get a good enough grip, and you fall. Bounce off the side of these walls, land with a sickening crunch bottom of this. And you're wounded, like you're hurt. That is whatever tone this thing just said to you is what it reminds you of. It doesn't speak to you in words, it speaks to you in experiences. And it was able to delve into your brain deep enough to recreate that memory with a level of clarity that even you've never been able to get a memory. You smelled the dust that kicked up when you landed. You remembered the taste of the mouth. You remembered the sound of you bouncing off the walls and echoing. Every sense that you had, it was almost like it happened to you just now.
Okay, so after that, I'll take a second to kind of gain, my sense, whatever, and I will try to push a memory back out to of after that happened, how maybe my brother came and helped me, and now I'm starting to not recreate the memory, but impress the feeling about how the Asari came and picked me up and dusted me off,
like some great trial that you overcame because you had help.
Yes.
Okay.
And then just slowly, one by one, the rest of the party members coming to my aid, and then all of us looking outward and reaching forward toward it.
Now give me another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay. I need that, and then much better. Nat 17, 5 kicker on that second.
So you're able to just listen to it speaking to you and get to the back of its head, input like little cable from your Omni tool, download, last, it's up. It's done within a few seconds, tracked it, and like, I'm playing for you right now. You want to get out of this game. Like, you have a feeling that if you fail another one of these saves, that you might not be able to come back. You want to just leave. You don't want to try this thing again because it was able to get in your head so deep. You're afraid of how much deep.
Okay.
So, you are standing at the edge of a precipice.
I will kind of give a feeling of gratitude, and brother, we gotta go.
I saw him do the upload. So
yeah.
yeah, I'll get yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Mikey, do you want to book it too?
What did I see that changed?
You saw Jared struggling to approach the Geth, but he was able to overcome the challenge and upload the last bit of memory that this thing recorded before it perished. And Jared now looks incredibly distracted. He wants to leave. And the brothers are leaving right now.
Did I see a spike in energy or anything?
Yeah,
like that on the Omni-Tool?
your Omni tool recorded the same spike that Jared's drone. It's just an unknown kind of energy, but it knows something happened and it's coming from.
Okay.
John and Jared, at this point, you are at the mouth of the cave. You've climbed this mountain, or not mountain, climbed this incline so quickly.
I'm continuing to the shuttle.
Okay.
So I can actually sit down and A, collect myself, and B, maybe analyze what I...
So, Micah, what do you want to do? John, I'm assuming you're following.
Yeah, I got him out of there.
Minor, you see the two brothers approaching at a pretty good clip. They look like they just saw a ghost. Sorry, Micah.
Is there anything additional about this destroyer or out of the ordinary than what's recorded? Because I don't know that I've ever seen one, but I assume I have access to the OmniNet.
You don't it doesn't have any belongings. You see its weapon that it uses laying there mangled. But it doesn't have a supply pack or anything like that to go along with it. That's what you're looking for?
Yeah, just kind of from an engineering standpoint. Was there any modifications done to this destroyer, or is it missing anything?
No, it looks whole. I mean, it's seen better days, but it looks. You can see the pieces that are missing from its body that have been removed are laying on the pieces. You don't see anything extra from what little Geth and
Okay. And nothing's been happening with me the entire time I've been down here, right?
Can I make you do? No, you and John did not encounter any of.
'Cause I didn't touch it. I just looked.
Yeah, you guys stood back a little away. Jared was on.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Jared and John, you guys go back to the Kodiak. Minor, you see them coming in. Jared, you sit down. As soon as you feel any amount of safety inside the shuttle, you whip out your Omni tool, start piecing together last moments of this Geth's life. Deuce. Yeah, no, we're. Okay. So you see a significant group of Quarian that have this smaller force of Geth pinned down. You see the familiar pond. These Geth are effectively using this cave as the last bit of cover. They're literally backed up against the wall, trying to fend the Quarians off, and they've got death, surrounded, outnumbered, outgunned. And you almost feel like it's watching its brothers get taken out one by one, and when it sees one fall, you get the sense that it's feeling bad, like remorseful, like it lost one of its brothers in battle, and it like you see one gets hit, but it's not dead, but it grabs it and tries to pull it back into cover, and it just seems futile, and it finally backs up to the point where it is all by itself, shields are down, and backs against the wall of this cave. It just gets overwhelmed by fire, and it goes. Legendary.
Cornered it in a cave and that's the cave.
No, they just shot the shit out of the thing.
The cave was already there.
Oh, it was
there.
Yeah, but was it covered in the black city
Yep.
stone
Yep.
already? Oh.
Yeah, that cave was created by a giant gray laser.
Right.
And I think, unless you have further questions,
No. That's...
How is a machine with no power source giving you that level of? I think I would like to take the shuttle back to the ship.
Okay.
Because do we have like more powerful like analytical software up there, or is it about the same down here?
you'll be able to see it on like a bigger screen. Might be able to get more like, but you're not. It's not going to be able to like pull more data.
I guess we can stay down here. I just wondered if we just had limited access to
No,
it.
you had a pretty good suite of electronics down here. Don't have any more questions, observations?
Questions I was going to ask them in the morning.
Or I'd write them down.
Yeah, I was just going to.
I think that almost affect the.
I'll say if you have any further things you want to investigate, we'll come back to it on our next episode.
That's good. That's a good mystery. I like this. I'm like
Yeah.
really thinking.
Good.
Bodies of Conrad.
Oh, they might have used those to decorate the hut.
Okay.
I don't know. See, that's I'm like
No.
there's something here,
Gears
but-
are turning.
But yeah, that's the big thing is like why is a dead machine giving you psychic visions
Yeah.
of like your past? That makes no sense. Because I saw there's no power in this thing, right?
There is no power. Like,
Yeah. It's a dead PC in the middle of
It's
of
AI, artificial inception.
It's the prophet. It is all knowing. It is all being.
So I don't know. Yeah. I could definitely. It's like okay, now I see why they made the religion. Not saying I'm a convert, but I get why they did it.
Sounds like John's about to be. I've got some Kool-Aid for you to drink, friend.
That's okay. I'm full.
No, I'm allergic to it. I can't have artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in to this little mystery tonight. We'll be leading it at a later date. GL, Discord, and all that good stuff. Or X, as the kids call it nowadays.
It's still Twitter.
Gross.
Don't give him.
No, it's still. It's gonna be Blue Sky soon.
Do any of the kids actually call it X, Jared? Come on.
For real. But anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Bractimus Prime, Schizo Freak, thank you for the raid as well. Some dude named Limit Breaker and AM Mayhem, they just kept coming in here. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, and catch me next week with we'll probably keep going with more Octopath. We'll be back in a couple weeks with either Werewolf or Mare. One shot.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have a great have a great weekend, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
check out Livebreaker 999 new channel.
yeah.
He's doing streaming now. Check out if you're a fan. Check out Dragonlance. On Saturdays, next Saturday, I'm going to be doing a guest spot. I play Karamon, the warrior.
That's on YouTube. What's their
On
channel?
YouTube, it's Dragonlance. Let me look it up. I believe it's Dragonlance lore.
This will be your third meeting, correct?
The fourth.
Fourth coming up.
Yeah, we're almost done. So-
Shucks, thanks. Yeah, Limit Breaker 9999 has actually been playing tonight remotely. So yeah, go. We all like to give each other a little credit here.
Yeah, Dragonlance Saga is the name of the YouTube channel.
Dragonlance Saga on YouTube.
We're in the thick of the dungeon of Zaxxaroth, and it's getting pretty interesting. So,
Awesome. Brock says, thanks again. Have a great weekend. Hey, you too. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Any questions, just let me know on Discord or Twitters. All right. And on that note, DM.
We'll leave the Geth Destroyer on for